this moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whenever you're taking time out to listen to us here at Young People Nation. We're the Perrys, and God has graced us with this wonderful platform.
Thank you, God.
Yes. So we have today this couple, they're family, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have this amazing connection with Kenya and Tiffany Hodge. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to be back.
Yeah. He bringing out that New York. He talking about how you doing.
Little Barry White there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But I love this transparency of this couple. Now, Kenya, one thing I know about you and I've learned about you, you're a man of God.
Mm-hmm.
You're a husband. You're very present with your children.
Mm-hmm.
You're an electrician by trade. You love helping in the community.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You have a heart to give. You're very grace to give. So sometimes Tiffany has to pull you into my, come on, I have to do him like that too sometimes. Like, no, babe. And also, you're a DJ in the community.
Mm-hmm.
DJ No?
DJ Kano.
Oh,
Okay.
So he does a lot of great things in the community. And so we're honored to know him. And you like math, science? Is that kind of thing
math,
with
science.
you?
I actually went to school for math and science.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't gifted in that area. So.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Neither was I.
That's why we got Kenya.
Yes. Amen.
That's why he could come in and get it done.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kenya.
You're welcome.
And Tiffany.
Yay.
Tiffany's like a daughter. And Tiffany, you're a woman of God.
Mm-hmm.
You're a wife.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very intentional mother.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. And one thing I like about you, she is the owner and I want to say discoverer, but she is the originator of Tiffany Empowers LLC.
Yes.
And if you go to her counseling session, one of her words is, you're going to do the work.
Yes.
You're going to do the work.
She don't let you get away with nothing.
But she is amazing in her giftings.
Thank you.
She has helped our family, and she has helped many others in the community, even people that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she is a counselor at the VA
Mm-hmm.
at this time and helping our veterans. Thank you for your service, because that's major.
Yes, thank you.
And she loves nature.
I do.
Yeah, see?
I do.
Yeah, you kind of know this couple.
Yes.
And so thank you all so much. And today we're, or in these sessions,
Mm-hmm.
we just got through Helene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one thing I saw about you all, talking about your process in this and how your community came together.
Mm-hmm.
September 27th, that was the Friday when it all just really happened. Okay, so Hurricane Helene and the mental devastation.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it was horrible. So let's talk about that. Share your experience with them.
Yeah. You want to go or?
You go ahead.
Okay. Thank y'all for having us. Once again, it's good to be back here having this conversation with you all. The mental devastation of Helene is still affecting us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it hasn't even come up yet because we're still in this, I have to process through this mode.
Mm-hmm.
So you really even haven't had a chance to really settle
Mm-hmm.
what happened.
Yes.
In our minds, I think when it happened, we can be in a state of, oh, this isn't going to happen in our community because we're
Mm-hmm.
not used to anything actually touching down in our area.
Mm-hmm.
So when it actually happened, our minds were probably very frazzled, very like, what are we going to do? How do we pull together? What does this look like? Do I even know how to shift into emergency mode? And so what we saw was, some of us get into real heightened emergency mode. Some people go dormant because it's just that fear mode or I don't have a response, so I'm just going to have to sit and wait. And so that's what a lot of people did. A lot of people left. Some people kicked into gear and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get gas. We're going to get food. We're going to do whatever we can to cut down these trees so we can make the roads clear, check on our neighbors, do things like that. So you had different people in different mindsets during this particular time. And now, since we're coming out of it, you still feel, if you notice when you're talking to people, it's a fog. We may still be mentally experiencing it because we don't know are we shifting back? And what does forward look like?
Yes.
So we're in this mental limbo, if you will. So Helene has had a massive effect on our community. Mentally, and we're just now going to start seeing the residual of that as we move forward into how do we prepare for the next one? Will there be a next one? What will be the next catastrophe, if you will? And so mentally, we're going to see a lot of it coming out. Depression will come out. Anxiety will be heightened. You have PTSD. You have a lot of veterans that may, and just regular everyday people that have not served in the armed forces, but just in community-wise, you'll see that PTSD come out because it may trigger them and things like that. So you will see the effects of Helene mentally, I think, in our community for a while.
Could you, and for those that don't know what PTSD stands for, could you expound on that?
It's post-traumatic stress syndrome. So you may have experienced some type of catastrophic event. It doesn't always have to be related to combat. A lot of it is related to combat, so we really associate it more with veterans. But anybody can experience post-traumatic stress syndrome, which we call PTSD. This is PTSD, whether you... if you think about it, because it has affected us mentally. It has triggered some things. It has brought about some emotions or things that are in us that we don't know how to gauge or what do we do with that. So anything can be traumatic. This has been traumatic for a lot of people because you experienced it firsthand.
Okay.
Yeah, or you could, what we call vicarious trauma. So you might, like what's happening down in Milton, Hurricane Milton. We might be here in Augusta, but vicariously, we can sympathize and our anxiety may be high and we may be triggered because we know what that looks like because we just experienced and they're experiencing. So I don't have to be there to feel it.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's what we call vicarious trauma.
That's good there. That's good.
Yeah.
And so, Mr. Kenya, you as an electrician, what did you see in the community that perhaps we could have done better, or some things that you help people with, like you helping us?
It's just preparation. Just like my wife said, just how reactive are we? Me, I'm a kick into gear kind of person. So that naturally just came up. I already kind of had things in place, had the generator set up, already had my connections made up. So that way it was plug and play. I think I recommend that for everybody. That's just something you want to look at and be prepared because you never know what will happen. Yes. Just like with the mental devastation that Helene had, a lot of people were triggered in a way to where, their survival instincts kicked in. And not all survival instincts are pleasant and community-based. You did have some people out there who are willing to take what you have for their survival. Right. So it's a lot of aspects to look into just in survival mode. As an electrician, like I said, I would say have some type of provisions made, have a backup plan, have some batteries, have some type of system to where you and your spouse and you and your kids have an idea of, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to endure, survive in this type of climate. But just naturally invest in a generator of some sort and invest in some type of secondary power.
Okay.
I know one of the main things that I saw is like little kids on the playground, they fighting over a toy or something. Grown-ups are no different. Because waiting in that line for gas.
Yes.
Let me tell you. People jump line, people scheming to get over there with the gas cans and all, and then you had the trauma with people passing out in lines because they're waiting too long.
Yeah.
And then some people, they'll step on them. Hey, we moving up, But the person laying over there going through something, they say, hey, I don't lose my place in line. Self-preservation.
Yeah.
The true nature of man. And you really see the good, the bad, the ugly in people. You see people go out there and go out their way to share and to help that you would thought, pushing you out of the way. Oh, hey, Bishop, okay. No matter what rank you have or what place in society, the true nature of man will come out.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because it didn't even matter.
It didn't matter.
During that time because we was all on the same playing field, right?
And I appreciate that comment because you're right. That's that mental part. We present one way till catastrophe hits.
Yes.
And then you really see where we are.
True colors
The
came
true
out.
colors come out. And so I think this whole year has been just a year of revelation.
Yes.
And this is who we really are.
Yes.
And so I think Augusta got its own medicine to see this is where we are. And it was pretty in some ways and it was ugly in others. But I think the reality of, we can't be this sleeper slumber town.
Yes.
This woke us up and you really saw the true color. So I appreciate that. That comment because that's mentally what happened.
And you really, really see what's important. Cause one time they were fighting over what tree to cut down downtown for the historical value. And when the wind came in and the tree blew down and you couldn't see that game the next day, get them things out of here.
Didn't matter at that point.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
I like what you said, how it brought out as well, the good, the bad, or the ugly.
And the ugly.
Like what survival looked like for some people. They automatically start breaking in, like you said, coming to take what you have. And so you really got to use wisdom and don't be in a la-la land like we're back at Mayberry.
Yeah.
That you can live in that fashion. And one thing about the importance of community, I like how when we were talking and how your circle came together. And that's the power to me of God's love. It's coming together. It's not just about mine, but it's about what can I do to help other people. I was just on a conference call with some leaders, and that's one thing they were saying, what they learned from this is that, okay, I was prepared for myself, but I didn't have enough necessarily to give to everybody else, but your community was able to cook, feed, because you had a generator. You was able to house people food, and y'all was able to watch out for the older people who couldn't watch out for each other. Am I correct?
Yeah. We have a good sense of community, and even up to the last few people that moved in, they really. It was revealed to them not only through this devastation, but just in past experiences. One of my, morals about community is I got to live with you for the next 30 years if you got a 30-year mortgage. I mean, just logically.
Yeah.
So, it's a bunch of pleasantries to I put forth because why make it difficult for both of us?
That's good.
That's not just how I kind of always presented it. And when we moved there, we had people extend themselves and welcoming us into the community. So we did the same thing, and even just all the way up to this devastation, we helped out. We had power, but the least that I could do is let me throw an extension cord with a power strip out, so that way everybody could charge their devices. Because at nighttime, that's where having your cell phone charged up and having at least that line of communication open with your family matters.
Yes,
So
yes.
that was the way to where, if, you know, God blessed me in the circumstance to just have this.
Yes.
How can I give? And
Yes.
and I think that's what everybody else did. We had a neighbor, you know, and he opened up a lot more during this time, you know, him and his family, and he was giving out water. He had connections to where his family had a car wash, and he would make sure we had water.
Wow.
We had water. I even gave out some tarp, telling people to fill up your bathtubs,
Right.
because you never know. And that was like 3 days prior to the notification that we was gonna lose water. And we also had, you know, older couple, the farmers, they always look out for the neighbors. He was riding around with his trailer with 55-gallon barrels of water,
Nice.
just making sure and he lives like up the street.
Yes.
So that family always looks out for the community. I
That-
mean,
that's
always looks
powerful.
out for the community.
That's God's love right there.
Yeah.
And just right there. That's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
And when you all talked to us
Yeah.
about that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
you talking about that. That's wonderful. But I'm gonna talk about the crazy. And
Okay.
now the crazy like this right here. Some people was couldn't watch the game, so one guy was like, okay, went down to the part where they had some little bit of communication and stuff at, and the game room. He was like, my wife getting ready to have a baby, but Alabama game on. Roll
Oh my
Tide.
God, his
Yeah.
priorities
Yeah.
is totally
Yeah.
out of order.
Roll Tide, you
Oh, yeah.
understand? And hey, when the game on, most southern towns like this, it's proud. The Georgia game on, Alabama game on. Hey,
That's probably number one.
You that's right. You gonna die later. Right now, the game on.
Game is
Yo,
on.
nothing happened while the game going
That's
on.
right.
my gosh.
That's right.
That is okay.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, we was able to watch the
Perspective.
game too.
Yeah, able to watch the game.
Yeah.
We made
I
sure
mean-
he made sure the kids were like within their norm.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
powerful.
And
Yes.
trying to make sure that they were really not, even though they experienced it, he really tried to make sure that they didn't have that mental anguish of not being able to play their video games and not being
Right.
able to do their everyday, because they knew at night, you know, lights out and we all
Yeah.
have to go to bed. But we tried to keep it as normal for them as possible.
Yes.
He set up the TV out in the backyard.
I
I
love
go
it.
out there. My pergola had become the game station, and all the
Okay.
kids are back there in the neighborhood, and just trying to
That
keep
is
some type
powerful.
of normalcy for them was very important to our community and our family for them. Making sure that those that did leave, we still watch their home.
Yes.
You know, making sure those things are in place. Hey, you got some meat. We got the grill. It's rolling. You're more than welcome
Working
to come
together.
put it on there, cook for your family. The neighbors that would go out, they would bring food back in, not just for their family, but for everybody.
See, that's God.
And so, you know, and this place is going here, go check it out. So information was just being passed out amongst each other, checking on people. And I love our community because of that, because it is survival.
Yes.
And we are all here and we all are nested together. And the neighbor, he came to me, he said, you know what, right now, this is our family.
That's powerful.
And so we have to
Yes.
look out for each other because this is what we have right now. And so it was amazing to see everybody pull together as we normally do, but
Yes.
especially in this time, it was amazing to see.
It was easy to pull together
Yeah.
because, like you said, we had those relationships
Yeah.
already kind of built. And it was good to see because, like I said, even with some of the neighbors, like the men, we just kind of gravitated to each other.
Right.
Because, you know, we all were trying to make sure our families was good.
Right.
And it was great to see. It wasn't about pride. We were just, hey, this is what I need. This is what you need. And everybody was just looking out. So, like Tiff said, some will go out, bring back some resources, some gas for everybody else. Somebody will go out, bring some water. Everybody was just making sure we had more than enough. It was good, and it was just survival. Even you know,
Right.
hearing that they broke into a nearby pawn shop, and it was said that they took all the guns, all the ammo, and everything else. So you know that kind of heightened our alert. It alerted us. So
right.
we stayed up all night. Some of the fellas, that's one of the nights we was watching the game too. Yeah, because when it comes to that technology stuff, so I was able to set up my a little computer screen, and we was watching the game at the neighbor's garage, and everybody was locked and loaded, and we had flashlights communicating with each house with the flashlights,
right.
and it was really out of fun. We was making sure that everything was okay.
That's
Right.
powerful.
Because we were on the porch.
Yeah, we was
the
on the
ladies were on the porch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Ready to
love
go.
it though. That's just, I love it. Just everybody coming together for the betterment. There's no top or lower.
Yeah.
It's all of us on the same level playing, and I'm here for you.
It was really about, the kids and the women and the children. I
But
mean,
see,
I'm old school like that too.
Yes, that is, wow, I love it.
We made sure everybody, even the older people, we made sure that they were good, knocked on their door. If I didn't have your number, I knocked on the door, let you know this is what we're doing, just up around from the cul-de-sac. And even found a copperhead. We had to get rid of it for the neighbor.
Yeah.
So,
But I love that. That's, to me, that I was raised in that, and then I married that. So that is important for a woman to feel safe and secure. And then that's a whole nother movement, because we're about to end the first session. But and then for the man to be respected. You understand? The woman knowing she covered and that man being respected, that's a great team. That's a great team. So closing remarks, and then we're gonna give out the hotlines, and we're gonna move forward.
All right, choo-choo.
What you got, babe?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you wanted to say something. You had that look.
Oh, I always had that look when I look at you.
Taking notes.
We've been doing this for 41 years, okay?
Right.
So you all just nailed it, okay? Because we're gonna take some more into 3 more sessions. Okay? So we don't never know who's listening. We like to give out the hotlines. And thank you all for session 1.
Yes.
Okay. We also like to thank God for our supporters, our sponsors. Thank you all so much. We couldn't do this without the community's help. The community and that God calls to you is vital. And so thank you all you are. I don't have to go through this name list, because you know. And so we thank you for your prayers, your encouragement, your finances, all that you're doing, because all of it plays a part for us to sit here at this table. So there's a 988 hotline. There's a text 741-741. That's free 24/7 service. There's the NAMI. That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can go to their website and reach out to the state you live in. And also you can call the 211 for general community resources. That's 24/7. And if nothing else, please do not suffer in silence. Call 911. Get the help that you need. Mr. Perry.
Well, in lifetimes, whether you're Republican or Democrat, life begins with God. And keep God first in all circumstances. And therefore, you will never go without. And remember, there is always hope. This has been Young People Nation.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.